This is part 4 of my trip to Rompa's showroom. Warning, there are flashy things throughout this video.
Fish and things like that, obviously playing piano and all that type of stuff. There's also another one that sort of sits in between that one and this one, and it's called a cost-conscious one. But again, that's £4,500. It's still not a cheap piece of equipment. No. But again, it's a bit more of a robust version of that. Yeah. That's what that is. So they're very like for like. They're both Android based, so a bit like your phones are. But again, you can still go online and do other things with them as well. I love interactive projection. For lots of places I go to, they're not relevant. But for you guys, by the sounds, you seem to quite like this. So I think it might be something that is a relevant piece.
I have such a dynamic condition. Like, to have something that is so adaptable and so changeable is really beneficial for my needs. Yeah. He's looking at the specs. He's an engineer.
That's all right.
No, I'm not actually doing that. I'm thinking about her.
Oh.
It's not.
If I'm in paralysis, you mean, and I want to play with it on the floor?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's your interactive projectors, in a nutshell.
Yeah.
But as I say, I love the interactive because there's so much flexibility you can do with it. Again, above and beyond that, use it as a PC as well. But everything's built into that unit. So whether or not, as I say, it's this version or the cheaper version, which is the cost-conscious or the more compact one, you have to judge for yourselves what you feel can be more common. Yeah.
It's a nice piece of kit.
You won him over. He's just trying to afford it, that's the question.
It's a nice piece of kit.
Yeah. It's lovely. I mean, don't get me wrong, not every room I go to design has one of those. It's either not relevant or the budget doesn't come close. If someone says to me, interactive projectors, and they've said they've got a £10,000 budget and they want a full room, I'm going to go, you're not going to get it. But it's horrible because I have to manage people's expectations. Because the last thing I want to do is stop anybody having what they want. But there are times where I'm genuinely, I say to people, don't do that. But I'll give them a good reason why not to do it. Because what I don't want anybody doing is buying anything that's not going to give them what they think it's going to give them. No. Because I think that's a waste of money.
Yeah, that's why I've come here, because I want to know what I'm buying, you know?
So obviously you've got some of the, what I call freestanding pieces, so these can sit anywhere, there's lots and lots of these bits. And obviously in the brochure, I don't know if you got the brochure as well, did you just want to send out to you?
You got the brochure, Emily?
Not sure about the 2024 version.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you this before I go, obviously, and you can, because look, whatever you picked, I can guarantee there's probably another 100 things on top of that. You go, oh, I like that, I like that. So have a look through, because there's a lot in there to have a look at. This is the Multifinity panel. This is actually my favourite. I love this panel because I do this in most rooms that I sort of design and put together. So basically you can do different sort of shapes and colours and things like that as you're going through. And obviously you've got lights that look like they're going forever and ever. You can slow things down, you can pause them, you can speed things up, change colours, change obviously different types of patterns and whirly things, obviously change colours again. I'm using my foot because I can't be bothered bending down. But what we also do with these is and it's the same with all the panels, we can supply them what we call these little fellas down here, these little lollipop buttons down here. Because I'm dealing, obviously, it might be a time when you're not coming out your chair.
No, exactly.
Yeah, so what you can do is you can still interact with it because you can plug those individual switches in when you need to. You don't have to have them leaving all the time because sometimes they get run over or they get walked over. But the idea is you can plug them in as and when you need to, so it gives you those opportunities to sort of change things. And no one gets left out, which I hate that. So I'd rather everybody manage it, because again I'm working with schools and I might have somebody, I always ask, have you got somebody in a wheelchair? And they'll go, no, not yet, no. But you might. Just think about it, because I don't want anybody being left on a corner not being able to get next to it. Because even if you brought someone in close and you can't reach those buttons, it can be quite frustrating. So I'd rather you be able to change things when you want to change things. That's it. So again, still got the MP3 player built into that. It's still got the statistics panel, so it'll tell you how many times you pressed a certain button. And it's still obviously got the ability to change the volume and the brightness and all that sort of thing. So, that's about £1,200. Yeah. So, again, most of the panels, apart from the hip hop one, are pretty much similar sort of size, you know, sort of class ones.
This, yeah.
But there are other ones as well, so.
That landed quite hard.
So yeah,
Oh, can I just mention this to you as well?
Yeah, sure.
If you are using the interactive projector,
Yeah.
obviously the lighter the coloured floor, the better. And it shouldn't be. You can project it onto a soft cushioned floor,
Yeah.
but it doesn't pick it up as well as it does on a flat floor.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a white floor. That's probably the worst colour you could ever have,
No.
because it's a house. and people
My
walking through.
floor is a bit darker wood colour.
That'd be
than
fine.
this.
That'd be fine. I think you'll just get the pattern, obviously, of the wood flooring coming through. But yeah, the lighter the colour of the floor, it's anything with projection, the lighter the better. And it's the same as well if you are looking at doing any sort of painting in that room at all. The lighter the walls, the better.
yeah.
Because I've talked several people out lately of stopping them from painting the rooms black and navy.
Oh, gosh,
Because they
yeah.
think, because it's a sensory space, they think they need a
Yeah,
dark. They
yeah.
do. They need a dark room. They don't need a black
No,
room.
no.
Because all it does is absorb all the lighting,
That's right.
and you don't get the benefits you think you're getting from
Yeah,
it. I had one down. I had a psychiatric ward that I had down in Portsmouth, and it was a very long, thin room, about 5 metres tall, and they painted the whole thing black.
Oh.
And there was a window at the back. It made no difference at all because you couldn't see anything. So the idea was, when I went in, I said, I think what you could do with doing is changing the colours in here. Didn't only realise that they painted the room 6 weeks later because someone had told them to paint it black. So they weren't happy about it. So I said, all right, okay, fair enough. So probably wasn't their favourite person to do that. But it made such a massive difference when I went back in.
So she'll like almost everything.
There you go. There you go. So again, what you've just done there, is sort of, hello. What you've just demonstrated there is the ability for you to be able to change the mood of the room. So, for instance, if you're coming into the room and you're in a green mood or a yellow mood,
Yeah.
you can just change everything. So these panels here, for instance, and the multifinities and the bubble one as well, the double bubble bonanza, and all the panels on here, they'll all go that colour. And if you had a bubble tube in there, that would go that colour as well. So have I got another look?
How does that function? Is that
We call it Rompa Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
It's a bit like a Bluetoothy Wi-Fi type. It's our own way of doing it. So basically, that's your big remote control there.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
So if you didn't use this one, you just use those shade colours.
Cool.
This would be great for when my legs aren't working, but the rest of me is working.
Actually, that would be really good.
Because I can get like where I've got my core, I've got my
Yeah.
arms, I've got everything else except my legs. My legs always come last, so that's a good way, and it's padded as well.
Yeah.
And I think we can tie that like that. Yeah, you can unpick that.
Yeah. Well, I can call you on it.
Or you can pull it off. There you go, if you insist.
Get Ashley to call you.
Yes!
I can see you doing that.
That's the idiot boy!
Is that your new job now then?
Right.
Or existing job? There you go.
Really? That's German.
Yeah. If you change the settings on the back, it's almost in German. What have you done that for?
I like German. My
Well, there you go. Well, there you go. You've got German. There you go. We'll leave it on that. We knew that was happening. That's why we put it in German. They have got this one working. It's on that timer. That's why. The bubbles.
Oh, there's the bubbles.
Yeah, they put it on I didn't think they replaced it, but they've obviously done part of it, but not all of it. It's just on a timer. So yeah, you can change obviously the colours and the different. I'll try and get that one on there. So. There you go. That's the ones.
Wow.
Yeah, I've changed it. It's me not pressing the right button earlier. And you can change the setting on it again. That one. that's why they had it on that one, that's why. Turn that down.
It's multicolored.
Yeah. So that, what will that allow you to do then? That'll allow you to change the colour of the room to suit your mood. So let's just say, for instance, in here, you had the multi-finity panel and you had the double bubble bonanza and you met other things that might be in here. What we do is there's it's a bit like a light bar you can put up onto the walls. We've got LED strip going around, all around here. So what happens is that when you come into the room, if all those things were switched on and you were in a green mood, you wanted the green room, you press green, the whole lot goes green.
Yeah.
So you can tailor the room. So regardless of what the floor colouring is, your cushions and your cushions on your walls and things like that, then you can just change the mood of the room to suit your mood for that day, for that afternoon, or whatever.
How did you get the posts different colours?
Inside there, that's been built around that.
Yeah.
So basically inside there, there's LED strip.
Ah, okay.
That's all that is.
Cool.
I like to say it was more technical than it actually is, but it's
No,
quite
yeah.
just, they've hidden it inside. Presumably it's a horrible support beam that we've used it and used it to nice, to be fair, may as well, haven't
Yeah.
we? Really? So yeah, so that's so you can see your multi-finity panel there.